LSU at Ole Miss. Headliner of a game?
Yep.
I mean, come
Yep.
on. This is, well, besides Kentucky, Florida, this is the tightest spread that we're covering this week. LSU. It's pretty crazy that if you were telling me that before the season, I'd be really shocked that this line is at 2.5, but it's at home. It's at home. LSU. Another blow to the secondary, right? Of course, prayers up for Greg Brooks, right? Brain tumor, emergency surgery. Believe that he's going to be okay. Just not going to be returning to football anytime soon. So, unfortunate to him, and really unfortunate for LSU secondary, which was already pretty thin. But Denver Harris has gotten in there, and I think he's been fine. He didn't really play in the Florida State game, but I think he's been fine. I don't know that he's been great, but it's been okay. So, uh, and Omar Speights was out last week, right, against Arkansas, which could have been another reason that KJ Jefferson did his thing. With a hip flexor injury, Brian Kelly said that he's probable to play. Granted, Jimbo said that Connor Wigman was day to day the other day, and he's out for the season. So sometimes you can't really take what these coaches say seriously. So if anyone's any information on Omar Speights, his health could have some impact on things I do with my money. So if anyone's an LSU fan, you have any insider information, please leave it in the comments. Yeah, so Ole Miss, Trey Harris, I still don't think he might be back. We'll see about that. Again, Ole Miss fans, if you know anything about that, please tell me. I've been searching, trying to figure that out. Of course, where the heck is Sakari Franklin? We don't know. Priest Corn was back this week, which is huge because Michael Trigg, we were informed that he left the team at tight end. That was another tight end that they brought in. The fact that Priest Corn's back from Memphis from injury, we saw him play against Bama last week. That's big. That's really, really big for that tight end room for sure. And Judkins played against Bama, but again, I don't know how banged up he is. Hopefully he's at full strength. If he played against Bama, I'm assuming he's at full strength. So haven't heard anything else about that as well. So, but Jackson Dart, mobile with the legs, same way KJ Jefferson is, and the same way Jordan Travis can kind of maneuver in the pocket a little bit. So it feels like that, LSU, while they get really great interior pressure, and Harold Perkins is a really good player as well. If you can buy time and give your receivers time to get open downfield, things can happen, which is why I think this line is as low as it is.
Yeah, I think Ole Miss, especially Jackson Dart, is going to be very happy to be playing LSU in terms of what happened last week against Alabama. They were running into an absolute buzzsaw of a defense there. Like we saw last week, LSU vulnerable defensively, and they happen all year. Going back to the Florida State game, maybe not against Mississippi State. Again, a team that refused to push the ball downfield. Common denominators between Arkansas and Florida State, and even Ole Miss now, is dual threat quarterback, right? You have a quarterback that's willing to run the football. Jackson Dart is their leading rusher, right? On a team with Quinshon Judkins. I know he's been banged up. Sounds like he's getting healthier. Fantastic for Ole Miss. I do think Jackson Dart can really give them problems. He's played really well all year. I know we were a little bit critical of him in the offseason. Glad to see he's playing really well. I know Ole Miss is happy for him. Even with wide receivers in and out of the lineup, he still played pretty well. Obviously, Bama, it is what it is against that defense right now. Nobody's gonna be doing that. I guess Ewers did, but it was a couple big plays here and there. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh wow, I don't. I've been going back and forth on this. Like you said, there's a reason why it's a really tight point spread. It's a really good game. Going to Ole Miss is not easy for LSU, but I'm gonna go Jaden Daniels and LSU. I know I've been critical of him this year, leading up to this year, but he's been really good. He's been really, really good. I think he's gonna play really well again on the road for LSU going to Ole Miss. If they can get on early like they did against Mississippi State, they can silence the crowd, make it easier for Daniels on offense to go to work. Make Dart and Judkins play from behind for Ole Miss, put him out of rhythm or whatever it is. Get that positive game script for you guys. That would make obviously the world difference. If it's a game in the fourth quarter, though, who knows, right? With a guy like Quinshon Judkins, playmaker like Jackson Dart, just one missed tackle there, boom, 60-yard touchdown, it's gone.
Right.
And you lose. So yeah, I'm gonna go LSU to cover though, obviously to win, since they're favored. Go on the road there and beat Ole Miss.
Yeah, it's dangerous taking road conference games favorites, especially because all these favorites. One of the dogs going to come in, but yeah, give me LSU in the points. Uh, One thing that you'd be worried about, especially like with a line like this, like is LSU like what does Ole Miss need to do to win the game? Right, explosive plays, which they can definitely hit. And they need to stop Jaden Daniels. I don't think they can do that. And is LSU going to make mistakes? Right, is Jaden Daniels going to turn the ball over? Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. And are they going to commit severe penalties? This is not a very penalized team, despite people being critical of their defense and their offensive line in the Florida State game. They've not been penalized very much at all this year. 22nd in the country, only 15 penalties through 4 games. That's pretty good for a college football team. So, yeah, give me LSU. Give me the points or lay the points. If you're going to give me under a field goal against an Ole Miss team, which I don't think is all that, just give me the better team with the better quarterback, the better offensive line, the better defensive line, better linebackers,
Weapons offensively.
better offensive weapons. They're just better at every position except maybe running back and secondary. That's it. So
The thing is like you said that, but the reason why we're so hesitant on this game is like it's college football. For those of you who do not remember conference play, right? Every year, I know people's brains, you forget things. Conference play is hard. Going on the road in conference, especially the SEC and now most conferences, is hard to do. Right? Sometimes it doesn't matter who's better position by position. You throw that out the window for 60 minutes. You line up 18 to 22-year-olds can make plays and can make bad plays and can make turnovers or penalties or whatever it is. You don't know what you're going to get week to week. With that being said, though, I got to make a pick, so I'm going LSU. But no way am I ever touching this game. Would I have ever touched this game either? Even no matter what the line is, you couldn't give me a line and I wouldn't take it. A reasonable line, obviously, but